Hey everyone, this is Disc Junkie and welcome to the Dailies. So today I thought we would just take a short walk. Me and Steve are essentially going to the beach, or well, not so much the beach, we're just going to a small lake which is in the vicinity of our property. For whatever reason, I just thought I would take you along for the ride because I don't know, Steve isn't featured too much on the channel. I mean, most people probably know that I have a dog or that we have a dog, but I don't know, I just tend to not feature him too much because I don't really do these typical everyday videos. This is the road closest to our property. I think the temperature is around maybe something like 20 degrees, I would think. And here's a brief look at our fence. One of the fences for our horses. This is our closest neighbor, and we are actually going to take a route through the forest. Oh yeah, here you can actually see the horses. If I zoom in a little bit, they're busy eating, and I'm not a horses guy. But Anna is very much a horse person, so this is obviously her dream of owning horses and having like her own stable at home. And so we continue walking in our backyard essentially. So this is all our property, this is our little woods. And now I'm sort of losing track because I'm thinking of other things. I'm trying to follow path, which isn't really much of a path, to be honest. But Steve knows where we're going, I think. And so now we are coming up to the water. And so this isn't really adjacent to our property, it's essentially adjacent to our neighbor's property. But I will say that we actually have a lake at the edge of our property. But that particular lake is very muddy, so I don't tend to go swimming there. But this one is actually really beautiful. So this is like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 minutes just walking off of our property. And we have this beautiful little lake, which usually has like almost no people. There's a bathing spot over there where most people go to bathe, but this little spot tends to be virtually unvisited. So this is where Steve and I tend to go if he wants to take a dip. Kom gumman. Kom. Jo men kom, vi måste ta ditt koppel. Ja. Vänta då. Just need to take this off. There we go. And Steve is generally very excited to go swimming, especially in the summer because it's such a nice way to cool off. And he usually almost can't wait for the go ahead. But today he's on camera, so maybe he can. And I should have a stick to throw for him, which I don't, so let me just go ahead and grab one. So there we go, now I got a stick or two. Okay. Yeah, I know, buddy. I know. Just give me a moment. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Bra gubben! Vad duktig du är! Bra! Vi tar en till. Ta nu. 1. So basically what I'm doing is I'm counting 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3 is 1, 2, 3, but I do it in a very sort of elongated way, which sort of adds to the excitement because you know he should jump in when I say 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry. It hit the branch, so it didn't go too far. And I mean, now in the summer times, it's so warm, you know, with all the fur. So I think he's really happy to go here. And then he just, then he just waits to get another one. So yeah, we have one more. So this is the last one. Är du beredd? And he can't wait. I haven't even started counting yet. Okay, here we go. Bra gubben! Vad du kan! Ja, kom igen. Kom igen då. Ah, du är duktig. Ah, du är duktig. Ska vi gå? Ska vi gå? Jag vet att du inte vill gå. So he doesn't really usually want to leave. Generally we just tend to do a few dips. But yeah, Steve usually doesn't want to leave. Ska vi gå då gubben? Kom. Kom Steve. Steve. Kom. Kom så går vi. And so now that that's over, we're just gonna take a stroll back, take a different path through the woods. Come on, gubben. It's a real luxury living like this, or being like this close to nature. It's not like I mean that in a sort of philosophical, hippie kind of way. I'm just saying that I really appreciate okay, where the hell am I going? I really appreciate living on the countryside, you know, having your own house and just being close to nature, so you can sort of take walks and just don't have to deal with a lot of people. I don't think I'm generally a people person, even though I might come off as being very social and stuff like that with all my videos. I think it's quite possible that I'm like a little bit of an introvert. Whoops! I have a handful of friends that I talk to, and it's like I talk to them a lot. So it's not like I'm generally a shy kind of guy, but you know, meeting new people, I just have a really hard time sort of opening up. And it's really dangerous to film yourself while you're walking like this. I almost walked into a tree branch. This could be like the most depressing type of horror movie, just a lone guy in the woods walking into things. So we have essentially made a path where we have placed these little pink little strips of the trees so you can follow them, because there's not really much of a path here. It's starting to feel like a poor man's Blair Witch Project or something. The first time we got to owning a house, it was really scary, because you're not really sure how to deal with things, like you're worried about things gonna break and you feel very insecure. But after the first house, I think we felt a whole lot safer. And now moving to our second house and our first time owning a farm, so to speak, because yeah, it is a farm, even though we don't have, you know, that many animals. Essentially just horses and the cats and Steve. Vad är det gubben? Nej, nej, kom här. I think he was like planning to jump in another watering hole, which he definitely should not do, because there's like a lot of these old watering holes like this, which are essentially mining holes, because this is essentially an old mining area. And so I definitely don't want him jumping in there, because it would be a real danger of him not being able to get out, which is another huge fear for me. Pretty much all my fears, like my biggest fears, tend to involve Steve just dying, which I know is inevitable, but I really hope that he will just die of old age. But I mean, he is a very good dog, and I feel really comfortable having him, like, you know, don't have to keep him on a leash, unless I'm like, I don't like to walk in traffic not having him on a leash, but you know, when you're like this in the woods and there's literally no one around, I don't mind having him walking freely, just as long as you have some sort of visibility. I think it's fine. Well, the problem is that he's way too fast for me, so he runs off very far. It takes him a while to get back when I call him. Whew. Okay, so now we're out of the woods. I'm also thinking, like, I'm not really sure why I'm making this series. I know I tend to start new series all the time. Like, I really want everything to be part of some sort of sorry, mosquito. I want things to be a part of like something bigger. Like, I would really like to have a long-running series, which I think I've been able to do in some instances, like with Secondhand Sickness and like the Man Cave videos. But the everyday kind of blog thing has never really been for me, or not really something I've done in the past. It's definitely something I wouldn't mind exploring, and I guess this show is sort of a starting point for that. I'm not really sure what I want. Not sure what you want. So, to anyone who has any ideas, like if there's anything particular you want to see from me, which is like not your typical DVD, movie review, man cave, whatever, like the stuff I usually make. If you want to see something aside from that, feel free to comment on this. I think it's harder to reach out to people these days. Back when I started like making YouTube videos, it was so much easier getting views, and nowadays you really have to struggle for it. And I think it's also something that comes through in the comment section. I don't leave comments as often as I used to back in the day, and yeah, I'm just hoping people will engage. So if you have any sort of idea, anything at all as to something you would like me to show you or make a video about that's not related to my usual stuff, just, you know, go nuts. Let me know what you think, what you want, whatever. Because it doesn't always have to be about movies or about big things. I think we can just settle on making a video like this, where I take a dog for a walk. Just like that. A boy and his dog. And there's your movie reference anyway. So let me know what you think about your day. What's going on? Do you enjoy dog walks? Do you enjoy nature? How is your living situation? Are you in an apartment or a castle or a box on the side of the road? Let me know. Take care. And can't really do the thing there with the flexi leash thing. So bye bye for now.